This 26 Sports high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
9-9 our score after the opening 8 minutes of play. Jay Simon and Kevin Gregory with you. Boys high school basketball regular season finale presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated, High Point Cadillac GMC, Trend Designers, Dynamic Physical Therapy, Pack Mail, and then Pizza Plus supplying that which keeps the hardest working crew in television going on a given night. Although once again, not a slice to be found. High schoolers love pizza.
Dakota's back tonight, so.
Well, that's a good point. Dakota Pike, assistant directing in the truck. I'm sure that's why.
Probably all sorts of fired up right now, but you can't say anything, son.
Ingram and Recumstrict with a little back and forth. Here's Tempe Black.
Don't see Cadillac do much zoning. 2-3 right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Benzenberg just trying to give them a different look so they can't get adjusted. The 3 by Black is missed, and the Vikings come the other way. Just underway here in the second. McTaggart, Vinny Genema, Noah Stradowski swung around for Brooks. Keegan Brooks, Genema to Baker. 7:05 remaining here in the second. Black will come out on Brooks. Looking for a McTaggart screen. Brooks, tough shot, won't go, and we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Stradowski coming from behind.
I like that take by Keegan. Not much going on. Cadillac doing the ball reversal thing around the outside. Mount Pleasant packeted it in, playing good defense on the perimeter. Calls for a McTaggart screen, points to his left, gets the defender looking that way, and then he goes right. I liked it. Didn't get to finish, but it was a good move.
6:45 to go here in the second quarter. Ingram against Baker, who picks his pocket. Baker takes the lunch money the other way.
Whoa.
And Ethan Baker takes a tough spill.
Whoa.
But he's going to go to the line for a couple.
Yeah. He's used his body there to clear some space. He got the worst end of that one. He usually does a phenomenal job of protecting the ball with his body, avoiding getting his shot blocked and finding ways to get to the rim, finish at the rim, and get to the line. That time he took a hard spill. But as a 17, 18-year-old young man able to spring right back up like it didn't happen, I'd have been calling into work for a week.
Pretty much made of rubber, I think.
Good, gravy.
Play-Doh.
That was a hard fall, man.
Yes, it was. Makes one of two. I think what happened there was he was using his left side to protect himself, and the defender really wasn't there, and he was expecting him to be there.
Yeah.
And it took his legs out right up from under him.
He's pretty much horizontal.
We had some collision going on as Ingram and Baker continue to go mano-a-mano here. As they were going to the floor, they both tried to draw the foul as they crashed out of bounds. Baker will take a quick break and take a seat, maybe just to assess and make sure he's 100%.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be in at the under 5.
10-9, 6:15 to go. Brooks high off the glass and rebounded by Recumstrict, coming the other way. Recumstrict, what a spin move off the glass is good.
Beautiful finish. Looking for a foul. Didn't get touched, so I don't know what he's looking for there. It was just a great finish. Nice athletic move.
McTaggart inside for Crago. And before the shot, they're going to get the foul on the floor, so they will give the Vikings the ball inbound under their own basket.
Well, I really like what Keegan is doing. That's 2 times now. He hasn't finished either one, but when a team's playing up-in-your-face defense like that, sometimes you just got to put your shoulder down and take it to the rack. It's a good call there. Put your shoulder down and take it to the rack, and he's done that twice now.
Crago picks up the pivot foot. 11-10 Oilers, 5:45 to go here in the second quarter. Black wanted Recumstrict on the back door. Gives it up to Bailey Mitchell. Mitchell outside, blocked by Crago. A rare Quinn Crago block from off the ground.
Timed that one nicely. Nay, nay, says a senior on senior night.
Black, one dribble, gives it up to Ingram. Back to Black on the baseline here. As I do my radio call, I don't know what I'm doing. Ingram against Barczewski with Baker on the bench. Barczewski does a nice job of staying in front of him. Here's a 15-footer, no good. Going to the floor is Buczkowski, and they're going to say he was touching the sideline as he went after that one, so it'll be Viking basketball.
I know I'm getting old, Jay, when I see a play like this happen and I say, that scares me. That was a big body coming at me. I fear for people getting hurt, and they're not scared. I am. I'm just getting old.
Oilers applying some pressure as they jump Brooks, and the turnover will give it to the Oilers. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the second. Mitchell to Rickenstrick. Driving baseline, and he's going to draw the foul.
Rickenstrick is very good at getting his shot off. He's a lengthy kid. Probably only goes 6'1", 6'2", but he's real good off the dribble and able to, contort his body in the air with a guy right on him and find those angles to get that shot off, drawing contact. We're doing a really good job of that.
Ethan Baker will check back in. Keegan Brooks takes a seat. As Rickenstrick, like any good shooter, course corrects on the second and drains it.
Gonna get trapped. Better have somebody.
12-10. Baker brings it over the timeline, and we're gonna get a foul on Ingram, bumping McTaggart from behind.
It's good recognition by Cadillac. Mount Pleasant doing a good job of mixing up their traps. Little 1-2-2, trapping in the corners. That time it was man-to-man. Cadillac doing a great job with their spacing, having a guy in the middle, making a nice little safety outlet pass for him. Better have one again, because here it comes.
Baker, Barczewski. I know it's tough. It's easy to see from up here, but boy, Cooper Benson, twice now, wide open as he goes to the basket. Here's a three from McTaggart, is good.
Yeah, it's that long diagonal pass out of that 2-2-1 trap when they get it over here in the high left side, that opposite baseline. It's tough to throw. It's got to have some zip on it. You can't float it or it'll be picked off, but that's the easy layup out of it. High risk, high reward.
It's also tough to see if you're 5'11", 6 foot, and there's a crowd of kids in front of you, I imagine. It's easy to see from this vantage point. And we're going to foul Buczkowski. Inside 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That foul on Cam McTaggart. His first, 13-12. Vikings with the lead. As Buczkowski makes the first. In and out on the second. Inside 4 minutes to go. Tied at 13. Ended the first quarter tied at 9. Cam McTaggart against Cameron Mitchell, who's checked into the game for the Oilers. Benson to Barczewski. Barczewski driving. Nice give to Craigo, but we're going to get an offensive foul as Barczewski on the pass. Momentum carries him into an Oiler defender, and he will pick up his first.
It was a really good pass by Barczewski. Great idea. Kudos to whoever that was from Mount Pleasant. I think it was number 40, the big fella. Buczkowski sticking his nose in there and taking the charge. Great job.
Mitchell, who has drawn Baker's attention. Here's Black against Barczewski. Black, tough shot, and he's going to draw the foul.
Talking to Coach Shell before the game, and he mentioned that they don't go big across the board, but they have a lot of athletes on their team. They like to not necessarily full court press, but they're going to be aggressive in their half court man-to-man. They're going to do some trapping because it's advantageous for them. If they can get out in transition, you see clearly already, they have 3-4 different guys that can put the ball on the floor and finish at or near the rim.
Tempe Black drains them both, gives the Oilers a 2-point lead. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. Parents' Night here in Cadillac. Sizable crowd, the Cadillac Crazies, a lot of them over there on the south end of the gym as entry pass for Crago is tapped away. Here come the Oilers. Black stops and pops from 15 and knocks it down. Boy, you see that a lot, don't you, Kevin? Kid hasn't had too many shot opportunities, struggled from the outside. You send him to the line, he drains a couple. All of a sudden, hey, I found my shot.
Absolutely, and you know, kudos Tempe Black, because I'm going to tell you something. When you got a little shake like him, and you got a good-looking shot like that, and you're able to stop and take that 12 to 15-footer, that's hard to do, especially as a young kid. You want to either, you always see guys either taking it all the way to the rack and getting lost in the air or shooting a three. That mid-range jumper, they call it the lost art of the mid-range jumper, and it really is. I'm terrible at it. I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do it. It's a great shot. It's perfect. You got a defender on his heels. You pull up and take that shot. Why do we always drive right into the belly of the beast? But, you know, so kudos to Tempe Black. And I love it when I steal the words out of Jay the Face Simon's mouth. He was going to call me out on that. I know my deficiencies, and it's the mid-range game.
As far as you're concerned, the area outside the restricted zone, if you know what that is on an NBA floor, between that and the three-point line might as well not even exist. That might as well be hot lava as far as you're concerned. Crago on the block, immediately double teamed. We get something falling on the floor. Crago. And now Crago's going to touch the baseline. It'll be Oiler basketball. I think I recognized the mother chasing the child's toy out on the floor there. I don't know, did it? I didn't see it if it showed up on TV, but
nice.
Got some fans down here where
it wasn't my wife, was it? It wasn't my wife. It was my wife. Oh, honey got on TV. Hey, girl.
I don't know if she got on TV, but it was one of your kids' toys that ended up on the floor that had to be quickly removed. Here's a three from the wing from Bailey Mitchell is off the mark.
My boy just trying to get on the court, man. He's 5. He's a
ready.
baller.
He's ready. McTaggart's three is back ironed. Mitchell with the rebound. Bailey Mitchell, biggest Oiler on the roster at 6'3". Black gets into the paint. Floater is well off the mark. And Buchkowski does a nice job of just tapping it to Cameron Mitchell. Just realized I have two Mitchells on the Oiler roster and on the floor right now. Baker introducing himself to Rickenstrict. Rickenstrict trying to lose him. He's frustrated, but the thing is there's nothing wrong with that defense. There's no foul going on there. It's just maddening.
Just physical, aggressive.
I'm frustrated just watching
caught
him.
a little elbow right there.
And now we're going to get a foul. They're going to call it on Baker. And it's going to be Oiler basketball. Nope. He's going to go to the line for 1-on-1. That's the 7th team foul, the first on Baker.
I think Coach Benzenberg noticed what I noticed on that one and mentioning, excuse me, sir, I don't know if you caught that or not, but it seems to be, from my vantage point, there may be a little clearing of space in the form of an above the wrist and below the shoulder appendage.
I have absolutely no doubt that that's exactly how Coach Ryan Benzenberg expressed his thoughts.
If you'd be so inclined to please keep an eye on that, I would really appreciate it, and you have yourself a good night.
Rickenstrict makes them both, and it's a 19-13 Oiler lead, biggest of the game for either team at 6 points, I believe.
Definitely a slug-em-out physical game tonight, not a high-scoring game.
Mitchell inside for Crago, keeps his feet, blocked, gets it back and won't finish, but this time he draws the foul.
Yeah, they missed one right there. That Mount Pleasant Coach Shell looking for it. He had a good point there. That was ups and downs on Quinn. First time it was blocked, you're able to go back up, but he went up once and came back down and nobody touched it. And they missed it. There's a sea of people down there. It's hard to see feet and hands and elbows, and
absolutely
got away with one.
Quinn drains the first, his first point since about midway through the first quarter. He jumped out with 7 of the Vikings' 9 in that opening quarter and has been quiet in the second. Minute 3 remaining on the clock. Give the big man 11 first half points.
That's a big two right there. It's a big 2. You want to
points.
stay within striking distance with the minute to go. In a low-scoring game, you get down 10, it could feel like 20.
Bailey Mitchell over for Kolaris. Cameron Mitchell now being harassed by Baker, who gets a pick. Almost. Cameron Mitchell takes it back, and now we're going to get a jump ball. And Ethan Baker slapping the hands as a senior and a baller. He knows he had that steal, just couldn't quite keep it away from Cameron Mitchell, and give the junior credit for the extra hustle and getting it back and at least forcing the tie-up. It will be Viking basketball, though. 45 ticks on the clock.
It's the last game of the year, and I know we've said it, and you mentioned the last broadcast, you say it at nauseum, and I'm going to keep saying it. It's been very, very fun for me to watch Ethan Baker play defense this year.
Yep. As long as I'm up here and not down there with a ball in my hands.
Absolutely. That's when you just shoot from 35 feet to avoid all that.
I think that's what you do all the time.
Well,
You don't care who's defending you. There's a steal. There's Warren Ricketts the other way. Lays it up and in.
Wow. Able to get the finish, but he had his other 4 teammates trailing the play with no Cadillac guys around him, but we're able to finish it.
10 seconds remaining here in the second. Ethan Baker over the timeline. Uses a Crago pick. Trying to pass it out to Brooks. He'll get it off before the buzzer. And that is how the first half will end. The Mount Pleasant Oilers 21, Cadillac Vikings 15 after the first half of play. We'll take a moment to collect our thoughts and our stats and have some first half analysis for you right after this.